Hi, I'm Lisa. Welcome to my channel. This is my random recipes. These are the desserts. Today I'm going to be making brownies from scratch. Today's recipe is called chocolate syrup brownies. Most of the time when I've made brownies, I made them from a mix because they're quick, they're convenient, they're easy, they're relatively inexpensive. I have made brownies from scratch a few times. That's what I'll be doing today. There are those times when, for whatever reason, you just want brownies and you don't have a mix and you can't or don't want to go to the store to get one. So you just pull out a cookbook or go online and you figure out what it's going to take to make brownies at home from scratch. If you have the makings for it and you feel just motivated enough, you just might make it happen. That's what I'm going to be doing today. Let's get to work and let's make this happen. I'm going to turn this down so you can see what I'm doing. So this is 1 stick or a ½ cup of butter, and it's been softened. This happens to be unsalted. I don't think it really matters in this recipe. And then we have 1 cup of sugar, and we're supposed to cream these together. We'll start on low. We don't want everything to go flying. It's light and creamy. So next, I'm going to get my eggs. We're supposed to do them 1 at a time. Take this out of there. Okay. Okay, we'll add the second one. Alright, so I'll set this aside. Now we're going to start working with our dry ingredients. So we have 1 cup of flour, which we are supposed to sift and then remeasure. Remeasure this. This is supposed to be 1 cup. When you sift it and then remeasure it, you'll tend to get more because it fluffs it up. Okay, so that is 1 cup of flour, and see how much we have left over? So we are going to sift this flour with a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. In it goes. And then we sift it again. Okay. So then we are supposed to add the flour mixture, alternating with chocolate syrup to the creamed mixture. Okay, so here's our creamed mixture. We've got ourselves a spoon, and I'm going to use a scoop. So put some of the flour in, give it a stir, and then we'll add in some of our chocolate syrup. This is 3/4 cup of chocolate syrup. Make sure I get some of that flour mixed in. We'll add some more. Some more of the syrup. More flour. Okay, more syrup. Let's go ahead and put the rest of it in. And we'll put in the last of the flour. I want to make sure I get all the flour. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, I'm going to add, this is 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Stir that in. And this is supposed to be 3/4 of a cup of nuts. This is about a cup. I have a little extra, so just be a little generous. In they go. These are almonds today. Have them left over from a previous recipe. Go ahead and stir those in. Okay, it looks pretty darn good. I have a 9 by 9 inch baking dish. My oven is preheated to 350. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this in here. Yeah, spread that out a little bit. It works pretty good. So these are going into the 350-degree oven for 40 to 45 minutes. I'll be back when these are done. I'm back. So the brownies baked for 40 minutes. I took them out, let them cool for a while so they would be actually, easy to handle. They're still pretty soft. This is one brownie. Of course, the hardest one to get out is always the first one. So I'll go ahead and give this a taste. It looks really moist. It's kind of not quite fudgy, but not quite cakey either. That's good. It has a nice texture. It's moist, it's soft. Of course, it's chocolatey. It's got a rich flavor to it. I like that. It's good. I will show you the finished product. So these, are the brownies. Almost lost that. I say the hardest one to get is always the first one. They're not really fudgy, but they're not quite cakey. They're kind of in between. It's a good texture. I like them. They seem moister in the middle. Obviously, there's that hole, which is better, the center pieces or the edge pieces. So I'm pleased with these. They turned out well. So if you don't have a mix and you want brownies, the chocolate syrup brownies are a good way to go. There's no shame in using a mix. Someone in some big company somewhere took the time to figure out a simple method for us to make a treat. I'm sure that the company has spent countless hours and tons of money to do the research to try to make it a convenient way for us people cooking at home to be able to make a brownie, make a product that's simple and convenient for us. On the other hand, it's kind of nice knowing that we are capable of figuring out for ourselves how to create something to eat for us and for our families. Plus, it's somewhat satisfying when you realize you're able to follow directions and make a successful product. If you try this recipe, good for you. Well, today is the end of the brownies. I did say the dessert section was very long. I didn't say the brownie section was. Next time I will be starting on cakes. In fact, the next recipe I will be sharing with you is something that's been a project that I've been working on for quite a while now. So please come back and join me for that next time. I will include the ingredients and the preparation for the chocolate syrup brownies in the description below. If you do try this recipe, please drop an emoji into the comments to tell me what you think of the recipe. If you have any questions or other feedback from me, please feel free to reach out to me in the comments. I really do enjoy hearing from you. Thank you for joining me on my journey through the desserts and today's brownies. I'll see you again next time. Bye.